What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
CC.
Murky.
And I'm Anubis.
And we're here to review the new Venom movie that just came out. We just got back from seeing it. So we thought we'd get to throw y'all out a review today.
Yeah, spoiler free.
Yeah, spoiler free. Yeah, spoiler
Well,
free.
we're going to try to.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be, that's really nothing to spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to try to do a spoiler free review for y'all today. So who wants to kick it off today?
Let's start down the row. CC, what did you think of the movie?
Oh, we got to give the synopsis first. I was going to let you give the synopsis.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, what it is, it starts off, you see Eddie Brock, he's a investigative reporter, I guess, or a journalist or something like that.
Reporter.
Well, and it continues on, and I mean, it's just a lot of stuff trying to happen at once. You know, the introduction of the symbiote, because we never seen that in any of the Spider-Mans that are in the MCU now. But it's the you see like a spaceship crashing. That's like right at the very beginning. And then it goes to Eddie Brock and talks about, you know, his job as an investigative reporter. And it kind of hints at where he used to live in New York, but not really, you know. But I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be there.
Anyways, he did a horrible fucking synopsis, by the way. I'm just let me do this. So basically, the story is about Eddie Brock. He's an investigative reporter, and basically he's engaged, and something happens where he is investigating this corporation that has some shady shit going on, and
which is like every corporation.
Well, exactly. Hey, don't interrupt the synopsis.
Hey,
you had your chance. Okay, you had your chance. But so basically, Eddie Brock does a kind of an expose on him. He gets fired, loses his fiance, loses his apartment, basically loses his job. Basically, he's down on his luck, and that's where we see the corporation finds it looks like 3 symbiotes, and
they found that at the beginning.
I know.
By the way,
what did I just tell you? You had your chance for the synopsis.
Oh, Lord. This is like the longest synopsis ever.
Well, he screwed up the first time. I can't help
Basically,
that.
the whole movie is the introduction of Eddie Brock and how he comes into contact with the
There you go.
studio.
All right.
See how
And what occurs from this very faded meeting. So there we go. Now.
All right, okay, all right.
Yeah, see how easy that was, Carolina?
Oh, hey, all right. But all right, so we're going to start down from one end of the table and work our way down, and each give our impressions of the movies, and we'll start with what we liked. So Anubis, what did you like about Venom?
You know, honestly, I like the way they made him look, and I like the effects in it. I think they stayed pretty true to the comic books on the way he looked. And honestly, I really enjoyed Tom Hardy's performance as Eddie Brock.
I think it looks like Venom is like that version is from the Todd McFarlane. That's the version I think that looks like him the most.
I don't know, man. You know, when I was playing. This is way back when Web of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
Because in Web of Shadows, he never did get the spider on his chest.
Oh, true. Okay.
Or
Gotcha.
whatever the hell that thing is.
Yeah. But so anything else you liked about it?
Man,
Okay, see, he's like I was with the Predator, so it's interesting to see what he's gonna think when I say what he doesn't like. All right, Murky, what did you like?
I like the whole thing as a whole. I thought it was a little slow to start. I think it took a while for it to get going. Once it got going, I thought it was awesome, and I loved Tom Hardy in it. I thought he was great. And he was a lot funnier than what I thought he was going to be too.
I think he's a good addition to the MCU.
That's not part of the MCU.
I don't know, man.
It's from Fox.
Is it?
Yeah, it's. Okay.
No, it's Sony, not Fox.
Okay, yeah, Sony. We'll go into detail about that in a little bit. But yeah.
But I love Tom Hardy in it. I think he's just fantastic, and I thought he did a great job. I thought it was fun to watch, but like I'm not a diehard Spider-Man or Venom or Carnage and I'm not like very well informed on the whole symbiote saga and all that. So I just kind of went in with like a clean slate, just hoping I would enjoy the movie, and I did. So.
All right. CC, what did you like?
Basically the same thing. It did start out slow for me for like the first hour.
Yeah.
And then it got rolling, and then it turned out to be pretty good.
God, that's such a long time for something to be slow.
Yeah, hours a long time. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
But it paid off.
There,
'Cause
there,
it got really good.
and there was a
It was
lot.
non-stop.
There was a lot they were trying to explain because I think they were trying to make the movie
Cram it a little bit.
where like if you're not very familiar with all of that, at least it tries to lay it out for you and explain it to you so you'll understand it. Because everybody knows who Spider-Man is, but not everybody knows who the symbiotes are or anything else. So.
Well, they should. If they know Spider-Man, they should know the symbiotes.
Well,
I agree,
I'm just
but,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, so some of the things I liked about it, I did like the CGI. The CGI for just because there's no way you can do Venom without basically making him a complete CGI character. Thought they did a decent job. It wasn't nothing to. It wasn't impressive, but it wasn't bad. It was
Right.
It was decent.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Like it doesn't take you out of the movie like a lot of bad CGI movies do.
Like cartoony. It wasn't cartoony.
No, it wasn't cartoony. No, I think they did a good job on Venom himself. And again, I agree with everybody else. I love Tom Hardy. He's one of my favorite actors. He did a good job in this one. I like Tom Hardy's character. I like the evil. I can't remember his name. The evil corporation guy. I actually liked him. Like when he was talking to that dude about Isaac and the.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
story
holy
of-
shit, that dude's actually pretty convincing. I almost want to jump in there myself.
Yeah.
Like he's a really good. I thought he was a really good villain. Like he wasn't campy. He wasn't over the top. He seemed like a legitimate evil corporation type dude. But he had good motives, but went about it in a fucked up way.
It doesn't matter, man. The road to hell is paved in good
Yeah,
intentions.
that's true. And you're right. I like that. And yeah.
It feels like
That's
he
about
almost
it.
doesn't think he's wrong. You know,
Right.
That's exactly what it is. He's got that delusion of grandeur.
Right.
He reminds me of
All
a really
right.
charismatic.
So that's about all I like.
Yeah, that's a good point, Murky. She said it reminded her of a cult leader.
Yeah.
You know, like really charismatic and convincing, but you know he's gonna ask you to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
It's coming. He's
Yeah.
just building you up to it.
Kind of what he did with Isaac, isn't it?
Yeah.
We drink this damn Kool-Aid.
It'll be great. No worries.
All right. So what are some of the things? We're gonna start down the back again. Me last. So Anubis, what are some of the things you did not like about the movie?
I felt like they were reaching. They're trying to go so far into these unknown comic books and these unknown characters. I think they're reaching too far. And plus, like you were saying, you know, it took a long damn time for them to even show the title Venom. It took forever to show Venom. An hour. That's a long time to sit there and wait for something that, you know, that you're
the title character of the movie.
the title of the damn movie. Not only that, I mean, you know, who the hell is going to know who Riot is for real?
Well,
I mean, my kid
I
knows.
learned yesterday.
My kid knows. who
Thank
he
you,
is.
because that's how she
Yeah.
learned about the character.
Our son's obsessed with Carnage and all this symbiotes, so yeah, I learned so much more than I ever wanted to know.
Yeah, but I mean, that was just because of the movie that we've even thought about looking it up. You know, I mean, who the hell? I mean, I was expecting maybe something different. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I would have rather have went and saw a different movie, but that's just me.
Okay. What about you, Murky? What's some of the things you didn't like? That was a long
Is there
pause.
anything?
Honestly, like they're just. I didn't really have anything I didn't like about the movie except for the fact that it took a while to get started. That was it.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, I kind of went in with a clean slate. I'm not a diehard fan, so I'm not gonna be like, well, they didn't do this right, and that didn't look right.
That's
So-
coming, by the way.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. But I mean, I didn't really have anything I didn't like about it. I thought the whole thing was pretty good, start to finish.
All right, Cece, what are some of the things you didn't like?
That was my main thing, just the slow start.
It was really slow.
God,
It took
hour.
forever.
Hour.
That's really like.
That's gonna be the main complaint.
Yeah, it really, it really
I
is.
feel like if you take
Right.
one phrase from this whole thing,
Yeah.
it'll be an hour.
But it does get better.
It does get better if you give it some time.
All
An
right.
hour to be exact.
All right, so that's the only thing y'all didn't like about it?
Yeah.
All right, so. All right.
Here we
So
go.
just
Yeah.
I know, just like last time with the Predator review.
Set your clocks, people.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make this as quick as possible so we won't spend too much time.
It's probably gonna take an hour.
Oh man. So The main thing, like, so of course we've already know an hour long before anything really worthwhile starts happening with this movie. That's that, and one of the main things that it has against it, that it does not explain the symbiote very well, because again, I understand that regular moviegoers don't know who Venom is and everything like that. And I can understand that. But a lot of the people who are going to see this movie are comic book fans. That's probably going to be the majority of the people going to see it. And without its connection to Spider-Man, it is a major hit against this movie.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge hit, because if Spider-Man had been in the movie and actually showed where Spider-Man got the costume, but got the symbiote first, and that's how Venom got it, how Eddie Brock got the symbiote, I think there would have been a lot more interesting than the hour-long drama fest we got before that.
Yeah, but you still do have to admit though, like
I'll give them credit. They did a very good, for what they were trying to do, they did a very good job trying to explain everything up until that point. It's just the fact that it doesn't include Spider-Man. That's the main thing. Like, that's how Eddie Brock gets the symbiote, is from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, that's the main key to Venom, because the thing about Venom is, because he got the symbiote from Spider-Man's spider sense does not work against him. Like, that's what makes Venom such a dangerous character to Spider-Man. He can't sense him with the spider sense. Now, one of my main like this is one of the main hits against this movie. The fact that I saw Upgrade first with what's his name?
John Logan Green.
John Logan Green. This is basically a carbon copy of that movie. Like, if I had not seen Upgrade first, I might have liked this better, but the fact that I did, it's a carbon copy of Upgrade.
Minus the blood and violence.
Yeah, the cool shit. Let's just be real about it. Yeah, honestly. And if you want to see what a good director who's got some experience and some skill behind the camera can do with an actual Venom movie, go watch Upgrade, because it's vastly superior to this. Like, it's basically the same thing but done better. Every aspect of this movie was done better in Upgrade. And it's boring. Like, that's one of the main faults I have against this. The first hour of this movie is boring. And for a comic book movie, that's kind of a big deal. Like, an hour is a long, even not even just comic book movies, an hour is a long time to ask of your audience to sit there and wait until something happens. That's a long ass time.
See, you know, maybe if they would have put Spider-Man in there that first hour.
And that's what, exactly.
That first hour could have been used to the black suit Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Can they, like, because...
No, they can't.
They can't put Spider-Man in there, right? Cause
yeah, they can, because it's
Well,
Sony.
Sony actually owns Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I thought they gave Disney the movie rights for it.
It was
in
a deal.
association with Disney.
So it's... The main fault against this movie is it's boring.
But I think the bad thing
the first hour
is if they tried to do Spider-Man in there, then a lot of the Marvel fans would want to go see it, and little kids would want to go see it. And don't get me wrong, we took our little kid to go see it.
Yeah, he liked it.
He's a cool ass little kid. And,
he really enjoyed it.
But a lot of people aren't very comfortable with their kids seeing stuff like that, and you know,
like what? What
like
are you talking
Venom
about?
biting the head off of
like Venom biting, or you know,
well, then don't take him.
or like him calling Eddie Brock a pussy. Like, as soon as he said that, little man looked at me and he was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Still I was like, please don't ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna use the language in an R-rated movie, just go all out and just be R. Because Venom is one of those characters that probably would work better as an R-rated character. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was expecting it to be like a little bit more
gory,
and like some more blood.
Right, and the one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He does bite the head off people,
but you don't really see it.
You don't really see it.
You just see the head disappear. Like,
it's really
like
I don't even think you even see any blood squirt.
No, you don't. You don't see any blood whatsoever.
There's no blood whatsoever.
Yeah, there's
none.
Yeah, but
on all the stabbing and dismemberment, there's no blood whatsoever. Like,
and all the car wrecks and I'll take that back. At the very beginning, you know, that chick, she had her leg busted and it grew right back and the bones sticking out.
That's very. I mean, that's
Eddie Brock, you know, when he got into the motorcycle wreck,
but you barely see it. It's like an inch of bone.
I'm not like giving it any kind of good credit or anything. I'm just saying that's like one of the main. You know, another thing about Venom is, you know, his restorative powers. It did show that pretty well.
It did.
But I mean, it just wasn't good enough. I mean, I don't think it was good enough.
And one other thing I had a problem with this movie is that it tried to fit too many genres into one movie. Like it tried to be a buddy movie, comedy, sci-fi, comic. It tried to fit and mash all that together, and it just didn't. For me, it just didn't gel well. It just didn't. It was so many different tonal shifts in the movie that it couldn't. It's like it couldn't decide what it actually wanted to be as a movie.
Right.
Like it couldn't decide whether it wanted to be a buddy movie, a comedy, a comic movie, or any of that. It was all of that, but it was a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
And
that's the problem.
Honestly, I never really expect to see Venom be funny. Ever. Never in my life would I think that Venom would have been funny. When I was watching the show, the cartoon back in the 90s, Venom was not funny.
Not even in comic books I remember him being funny. He's a pretty violent character.
He's not, he doesn't come out with the quips or any bull crap like that, or, he doesn't, when he's talking, he's just straight to the point.
And basically trying to kill Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah. Die Spider-Man.
Right.
But, that Spider-Man's not even in it, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we get Riot. Who the hell is that? I don't know. That kind of.
And that last CGI fight was just that orgy of symbiote.
Orgy of symbiote.
Yeah, that's the only way you can describe that, an orgy of symbiote. It was so much.
I thought parts of that fight looked pretty cool though.
Me too. I agree with you.
When it was doing the part where you see them both trying to rip the symbiotes off each other, and it's like this whole storm of it, and you see like bits and pieces
that's
of
the orgy of
underneath.
that's the orgy of symbiote.
I thought that was actually pretty cool.
I agree with you.
I dug it. Thank you. I dug it.
Yeah.
I mean, I dug the fight up until the orgy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was digging the fight. I was like, okay, this is not too bad. And then
Crystal and I are the only ones who like a good orgy. So.
It's just, I mean, the camera angles and the way the fight scene, you just lose everything. You lose where I mean, you do. You lose where it's going. I mean, you can't tell which one's which. You can't tell which one's right. You can't tell which one's Venom, and it's just a combination of nothing. It's just, you lose it. You lose it all. I mean, the fight was really good until they mashed up, and it's like, well, now it's gone.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not saying I don't like orgies, but I'm not saying I don't, okay? But the problem is, it's not an orgy when you're just rolling around with each other and there's no penetration, okay? That's an orgy.
I'm pretty sure there was that. I'm just going to stop this right now.
Hey, you started it, okay?
I know.
I'm just going with what you
said.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of orgies, so I just didn't like it.
I'm a one penis type of guy. I don't like a bunch of penises around.
Anyway, one thing we can all agree on though is Tom Hardy is fantastic.
He's good.
He's great.
Like Tom Hardy's good in everything. Like I've yet to see one movie that I've watched with him in it that he did a bad job in. I haven't seen one yet. He's a good actor, and to me, he was wasted in this.
Man, I do like when he first comes back and he's got Venom, but he doesn't realize he has him, and he's all sick, and he's just like going crazy around town, just like talking to himself, yelling at other people, eating whatever random thing he can find, just in cold sweats. Like that part amused me because.
Yeah, it almost is like, man, are you on like some kind of heroin or something?
That was just like watching a beautiful disaster. I was loving that part. Yeah. I thought he did a good job on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much that Tom Hardy has done that's not really good. There's nothing really you can name that he hasn't been good in. I mean, even when they give him a shit part, he still does good at it.
Right, and that's what it was today. I think it was a shit part, but he did good with it.
I liked it.
I'm just saying, it's just for me. I know it may seem I'm overly critical of movies, but I'm not, because I love Upgrade. Like Upgrade is an amazing movie, and it did everything that Venom tried to do, but it did it the right way and better. Every single aspect that Venom tried to do,
except for the CGI monsters.
But they didn't have any CGI monsters.
Exactly, that's not the exact same thing then.
I'm not saying if you watch Upgrade, my suggestion to you. Watch Upgrade, then go watch Venom, and then see how you feel. Now that's me.
Upgrade is a good movie.
It's probably one of my favorite movies that I've seen this year. And Venom tried to do the same thing, and to me it failed almost on every single point.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it did for me. All right, y'all ready to give some ratings?
Okay.
All right, so everybody, our rating system: full price, matinee, rental, some old what did I say? And fuck this movie. That's basically
Yeah.
what we go. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. So starting down there, Anubis, what would you give it?
Rental.
Really? Okay. So rental for you.
Yeah.
You can see the disappointment in his face. He really wanted this movie to be good.
He was really.
His face now is my face in the theater as I'm watching it. That's
Believe
It
me,
was.
if I didn't have my son to sit there and watch while he was watching the movie, it'd have been just as bad as yours.
Yeah.
But at least my son liked it. Our sons liked it, so that's real. I would rather went and seen a different movie.
Yeah. All right, Spurky. So what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it full price. I thought it was really good. I mean, it's an origin movie, so there's gonna be rough patches on every origin movie. There always is.
I disagree because Iron Man was an origin movie that came out
Dude,
almost
Iron
12.
Man- It's like you're gonna pick up the very best gold standard.
No,
as an example.
But no, I'm just saying. So what I'm trying to get is not all origin movies can be boring like this because Iron Man was good from start to finish.
Batman Begins was good.
Batman Begins. So I mean, there's good ways to do origin stories.
Captain
This was
America.
not one of them for me.
There are good ways, but I mean, come on. It's a little bit out there, and they took a big risk, and I liked it. I would do full price. I genuinely enjoyed it. I had a great time. My kid was next to me the whole time, and he was just cheesing out through the whole movie, which made it 10 times better. So I'll give it full price, and when it comes out, I will definitely buy it on Blu-ray too.
Same here.
All right. So what do you give it, CC?
Full price. I'm gonna be buying it too.
Because, I mean, Tom Hardy.
Probably the best part of the movie is
All
Tom
right.
Hardy.
For me, it gets a very low rental. Like the only thing that saves this movie from a fuck this movie is the fact that Tom Hardy did do a good job with what he was given, and the special effects were actually pretty decent in this movie. That's the only two things that saves this movie from a fuck this movie.
Well, I mean, hell, it is Sony. They should fucking do CGI good.
Well, fair enough. So yeah, so rental, very low rental for me. And we got 2 rentals and 2 full prices. That's like a complete opposite of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But you know what? This highlights what me and Cece were talking about after we got out. We got the average moviegoer who doesn't know much about the characters, and you got the 2 people who really like know Spider-Man, know the origins of Venom and everything. And see, this is where I think they're going to have a problem with this as far as the box office return, because they're not going to get no repeat business from real comic book fans, because if you're a true comic book fan, this was a piece of shit. Because it was nothing.
Okay,
I'll tell you
but if you're going to look at it that way, look at it too, this may be end up one of those movies where a lot of people watch it and it gets more popularity from non-comic book fans, and it may end up actually working in its favor.
Kind of like Civil War.
Shut up about that.
Come on, Civil War was a complete cop-out, and I
It
love that
sucked.
movie, but it was such a cop-out.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was such a cop-out.
I love
We'll talk about this after the
It
camera
was a
stop, because
cop-out.
it's not a cop-out, okay?
I
They
do-
made it like the breakup of a bromance.
Or
and
Pearl
that is
Harbor.
not what Civil War was.
Yeah, it's Pearl Harbor all over again.
It's the
First of all, if you
breakup of
compare this to that
romance.
long-ass Bourne movie,
I've never seen
okay,
that movie.
that's not too bad.
The point is they missed the point on Pearl Harbor just as they did with Civil War. They missed the point completely.
All right, well,
But anyway,
anyways,
back to
So there's
Venom
a lot of
though. There
anyways
was.
every time.
I was happier to see that Topher Gray wasn't it. Topher Grace.
Yeah.
He's not in it, so
Yeah,
that's a plus.
Yeah, that was a plus. At least they got a guy who actually can be as big like Venom is supposed to be.
Yeah, instead of fucking scrawny ass
Yeah,
anorexic Venom. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck that movie.
Yeah,
But
well,
anyways.
yeah.
But anyways, thank you for joining us on this Venom review. Yeah, we got everything down the spectrum. Orgies, Venom, comics. I mean, whole plethora of different things. Yeah.
Only 1 hour.
Yeah. Less than an hour.
I think another thing that we kind of failed. It does kind of hint back to New York City and Spider-Man. Barely.
And they did do, and there's one thing I do give it credit for, is mentioning like the astronaut that went into space was Jameson.
Yeah,
they don't say his whole name, but they do say Jameson.
Yeah, because
so,
it was John Jonah Jameson's son.
Yeah. So they did do that. So there was, like I said, there was few things they did right. Like they did the character of Venom pretty decent. Just
Right.
Everything else.
I did like his voice too.
Yeah.
I did like the voice.
I think so too. Like the voice of Venom, I think that when I hear Venom, that's the type of voice I actually want to imagine.
Just not funny.
Yeah, just not funny. But anyways, but thank you for joining us on this review of Venom.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Give it a chance, man. Go see it.
Nah,
Go
you just
see
Yeah,
it.
if you're
Go
going to see
see
it,
it.
yeah, please form your own opinions. You know, that's
No, fuck
Yeah.
that. Go see The House with the Clock in the Walls.
If-
something else.
no. Go see
something else.
Upgrade, and if you want me, if
Yeah,
you want
watch
my opinion,
something
Go
else.
see Upgrade.
Go watch both
Upgrade
of
is
them.
good.
Yes.
Upgrade is good. Go watch both of them.
Yeah, but anyways, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos. I'm Carolina Hitman.
CC.
Marky.
And I am Anubis.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.